Hello, we are Blaqk Audio.
And you are watching us on RecCenter.com.
Dot. We started talking about Blaqk Audio around 2002, 2003, and it was something that we wanted to do because we've been fans of electronica for years and years and years, but we didn't have the time to dedicate to Blaqk Audio then, nor actually did we now, but after AFI got so busy, we put the project on the shelf for, a few years due to having to focus on AFI, but it was something that we were so into that we took the time between legs of the December Underground tour to write and record Blaqk Audio. And we finally finished it, and it's come out now, which we're very, very thrilled about.
Well, luckily with the way technology is now, I wrote a lot of it in places like the airport or on the tour bus, and I could put together a lot of the record, a lot of the programming on my laptop, so that's kind of nice. You can technically write an entire record on your laptop. I mean, I did a lot of stuff actually playing synthesizers at home, but it was pretty liberating to be able to just do stuff on my own. It is different, but at the same time, it's a whole different style of music that we're doing, and I think electronic music, sitting there in front of a computer and programming is part of electronic music, and obviously we wouldn't do that with AFI, but and in AFI, Dave and I work together a lot more closely, and we'll be in the same room doing stuff, and this was more separated with me doing the music and him doing the lyrics and vocals. But I think all in all, it worked out well, and I think it's appropriate for this style of music.
Um, as far as influences go, there wasn't a single band or, a handful of bands that directly influenced at least what I did vocally, and I think I speak for Jade as well. We've listened to so many different types of electronica, and so many different parts of the genre go into creating what Blaqk Audio is to us. When we began the project, we first decided that we wanted to do something that was purely programming, and we wanted to also do something that was a little more vocal focused and a little more pop structured than what goes on currently in electronica, usually at least. I mean, there are a lot of bands that do have focus on vocals and do have similar pop structures, but as a rule, electronic music isn't very vocally focused, and we wanted to do something more along those lines.
We needed someone to mix the record. I figured, since I kind of was doing the production and doing all that, that it's good to bring someone else in, so it's not just one person. It's like this insular thing, and, it's good to have another voice in there, so we figured let's have it be mixed by someone else. And I was looking at people and wondering who that could be, because we didn't have any money, no budget. And I'm like, well, Dave Bascom's worked with Tears for Fears and Depeche Mode and Erasure and Goldfrapp and all these amazing artists, Suede, Placebo. And so I'm like, well, let's just ask him. I know he's going to say no because, we can't afford this, and he's like this amazing guy. But he said yes for basically no money, and he was in England, which was actually kind of hard, but it ended up being easy, and he was really easy to work with, because I'm really hands-on. So, each song we probably mixed 8 or 9 times going back and forth, and it was really cool that we were able to get him involved in it. No, I mean, we alienate people every time we release a record, and a lot of them are, AFI fans, and so we're kind of used to that. And if you, make music or release stuff based on whether or not you're going to alienate people, I think that's one of the problems with, one of the general problems with music today is people are so worried about how much they're going to sell and who they're going to alienate and who's going to like it and who's not going to like it. So this was purely something that we wanted to do because we love electronic music, and we thought probably a lot of people would be bummed on it, and we didn't really care, so.
Sex Cells really ties in a lot of the sentiment of what's going on in the record, lyrically speaking. Electronic music tends to at least push me lyrically to write in a sexual direction, which is something that I haven't done before. And a lot of the songs on the record have to do with sex, different perspectives on sex, different sexual scenarios. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And the double entendre that's in the album title refers to that, to the the different cells and the different viewpoints and the different experiences that you can see within the record, aside from the obvious of sex selling.
It is. It just, originally we were going to play all dance clubs, and so it would have been more appropriate to have DJs. And also, just being this kind of music, it would just be weird to have, certainly to have rock bands or hardcore bands or whatever opening for us. It would work, but it just seemed more in keeping with the tone of the shows to have someone playing, just someone spinning, and then to us to come on and play. So, I think it's worked out well.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Blaqk Audio. I don't know. My friend John was talking about maybe putting on an industrial festival in Hollywood next summer, and he was talking about And One, Covenant, and A-Pop playing, and that would be really fun to be a part of that. Certainly, doing shows with bands like that, or V&V, or Imperative, or Seabound. Certainly, if Nin or Depeche Mode asked us to go with them, that would be nice.
Yeah, as far as, we have a new AFI record to write, so as far as going out on the road again and doing a big tour, it would have to be something like being asked by a band like Nine Inch Nails or Depeche Mode or someone like that to support, which, probably isn't going to happen, so, yeah. Yeah, we're usually pretty hands-on, and Mark is cool because, he's a big-time director now, but he still allows us to really have a hand in this. But, he just agreed. We had no money, once again, to make a video, and he agreed to do it for basically no money. And we shot it in his house, which was nice. He shot it in his basement and built the whole set in his basement. And, I don't think many directors would probably do that. And he did it kind of as a friendship thing, which was cool. And I think it's about to come out. I think it's about done.
That's something that in this particular instance is definitely unique because although AFI was a band has been a band for 16 years, the tattoos didn't come. The first AFI tattoo that we saw was like 1996 or 1997. But Blaqk Audio being a brand new band, seeing tattoos, lyric tattoos, and logo tattoos from the onset, from the first time there was one song publicly released, was striking and a little bit surprising and hugely flattering. There's quite a few more already, and as always, it's an honor. Blaqk
Audio,
is
electronic,
dance
music.
there.